My name is Harper. I've worked as a police officer for almost 7 years. The job changes you, makes you quiet, teaches you to read people faster than they can speak. Most nights blur together. Paperwork, fluorescent lights, the hum of the coffee machine at 2 a.m. You stop expecting surprises. Until that night. It was raining, not the cinematic kind, but the cold, city rain that makes the air smell like metal. I was finishing a shift when the front door opened, and a girl stepped in, soaked to the bone. She looked young, maybe 20, with a denim jacket that had given up on keeping her dry. I need to report something, she said. Her voice trembled, but her eyes didn't. I gave her a towel, half from habit, half from instinct. Take your time, I said, and motioned toward the small interview room. She sat opposite me, her fingers tracing circles on the table. It's nothing serious, she said quietly. Just, someone followed me home. We went through the usual questions. Name, address, description. Her name was Lena. Each time she spoke, her voice steadied a little more. But there was something in the way she looked at me. Direct, searching, like she wanted to understand the person behind the uniform. You don't seem like the others, she said suddenly. I blinked. What do you mean? You listen, she said. Most people just write things down. It wasn't a compliment, just an observation, but it stayed with me. The lights in the room flickered once, old wiring. For a moment, her face was lit only by the soft glow of the desk lamp. Raindrops traced lines down the glass behind her like faint threads of motion. She looked small in that big chair, yet her presence filled the space. When the report was done, I told her I'd walk her home. She hesitated, then nodded. The streets were empty. Our footsteps echoed. The city was asleep, but the silence between us wasn't uncomfortable. Do you ever get tired of this? She asked suddenly. Of what? Carrying everyone else's fear. I didn't know how to answer. Maybe I didn't have to. When we reached her building, she turned to me with a faint, tired smile. You made me feel safe, she said simply. Then she added, almost as if to herself, that doesn't happen often. And before I could respond, she was gone, her silhouette swallowed by the soft rain and yellow streetlights. That night, I sat in the station again, filling out reports, but my mind was elsewhere. Her voice, her eyes, that strange calm she carried into the storm. It all lingered like a light that refused to go out. It had been 2 weeks since that night. I told myself I'd forgotten her, that she was just another case, another name on a report. But sometimes, when the station went quiet and the rain hit the windows again, I caught myself remembering the sound of her voice. Then one evening, near the end of another long shift, she came back. The same denim jacket, but dry this time. Her hair was tied back loosely, eyes brighter than before. You're still here, she said, half teasing, half relieved. Seems I live here, I replied, echoing my own words from before. She smiled. I don't really have another report. I just felt like I should say thank you, properly. There was no one else in the front room, only the low hum of the heater and the soft buzz of fluorescent lights. I motioned toward the same small interview room. It's quieter in here. She sat down, looking around. This place feels different when you're not scared, she said. So do most places, I answered. For a while, we just talked. About nothing, really. Music, rain, how city lights look better through fog. Her laughter filled the space like something the walls had been waiting to hear. At one point, she looked at my badge, then back at me. You don't fit this, she said softly. The uniform, the rules. You seem like you're somewhere else, even when you're here. I wanted to argue, but couldn't. Maybe, I said. Or maybe I just got too used to pretending. Her gaze lingered, curious, steady, kind. There was no judgment, only recognition. You know, she said after a pause, you don't always have to be the strong one. The words hit deeper than they should have. No one had ever said them to me like that, not as weakness, but as permission. Outside, thunder rolled far away. The room felt warmer than it should. She stood up, walking toward the door, then stopped. Do you ever take coffee breaks here? She asked, voice soft but sure. Sometimes, I said. Then maybe next time, she smiled. Make it 2. She left the door half open, the sound of rain sneaking in again. I sat there for a long moment, staring at the empty chair opposite mine. The badge on my chest suddenly felt heavier, but in a way that made me breathe easier. Some lights, once turned on, refused to go out, and some people, even if they walk in soaked from the rain, leave behind warmth that no storm can wash away.